Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Now, today is going to be a very interesting day. I am going to be showing you guys basically the rarest things that you can possibly find in Minecraft. In no particular order, of course, but while I know there are hundreds of rare and valuable items and coincidences in Minecraft, I have simply decided to narrow it down to less than a dozen just to make it easy. So the first thing that I want to get out of the way is coal. Now obviously we know that coal is an ore, right? It's a valuable ore, kind of. You need it to smelt things and to craft torches, and pretty much to have a successful Minecraft world you need coal. Now coal is not particularly hard to find. In fact, if I were to fly around here, you can see dotted along the landscape, especially in mountain biomes, there seems to be coal just about everywhere. So there's absolutely nothing rare about it, but depending on which biome you are in, it can be a little bit harder to find. But with that being said, now let's get to something that's actually difficult to find. Diamonds. So everyone knows that diamonds are some of the hardest things to find in the game, especially because they're so valuable, and then they can be crafted into armor and weapons and all sorts of things. Now, in a hole, like a giant chunk or whatever, about this size, you have less than a 1% chance of finding even one diamond ore. Now, I've gone ahead, and I've placed a vein of 4 diamonds at the bottom of this little pit. So these did not actually spawn in naturally. However, the odds of you finding just that in a hole this size is less than 1%. So if you're new to Minecraft and you're wondering why people are saying, oh, it's so hard to find, that's why. You have to go mining like crazy in order to find even one singular diamond. For the next one, we need to hop over into the Nether dimension. Now, in the recent 1.16 update, the Nether update, the Nether was changed completely from the way we used to know it. One thing that was very particularly special was the addition of a new kind of item. Now this item is even rarer than diamonds and even stronger and better. Now this is called netherite. But to obtain netherite you need to craft it and smelt it from what we call ancient debris. Now ancient debris would not necessarily be found where I have placed it, which is right in here. So this is ancient debris. Obviously probably wouldn't find it right there. However, the chances of someone finding netherite in about a chunk of the nether is 0.002%. So basically, you're most likely not going to find netherite unless you are truly searching for it. The best way that people have found to find netherite is going bed mining, which is basically you place a bed down, you blow it up since you can't sleep in the nether, and then you consistently do that over and over again until netherite, or in this case ancient debris, has been located. So it is an extremely rare item in the game, definitely not something that you could easily come across. The next thing is not necessarily hard to find, just because you can find it in the overworld naturally spawning, but because it's incredibly hard to craft. This is a netherite sword. Now this netherite sword, which I have cleverly called the subscriber sword, this netherite sword has maximum enchantments. Looting 3, Fire Aspect 2, Knockback 2, Unbreaking 3, Sharpness 5, Sweeping Edge 3, and Mending. Now what makes this so rare? Well, obviously this has the best enchantments on it that you can possibly get, and in order to find and obtain such enchanted books is extremely difficult. In fact, only the best players can actually end up getting something like this. So therefore, obviously, I do not personally have one in any of my survival worlds, so I can pretty much kiss that goodbye. But it is certainly a very, very valuable thing. If you happen to create a sword with these enchantments, in my eyes, you are an absolute pro. Congratulations. Now this next rare item is actually a mob. So you see here, this is a pink sheep. Okay. Now, sheep obviously naturally spawn in the overworld, and now it's raining. Sheep oftentimes spawn as the color white. Everyone knows that. You've killed probably hundreds of white sheep in your lives. But they can also come in other colors, such as gray, black, and brown. But out of all the colors, the rarest one to naturally spawn is pink. Now, before you ask, what about like blue sheep and purple sheep and red sheep? Well, those don't spawn naturally. Those you simply have to dye with, well, dye. But pink sheep are very hard to come across in the overworld. In fact, less than 1% of Minecraft players actually end up finding a pink sheep spawn naturally. I don't believe I've ever found one, but I'm hoping that someday I will. So this here is a pink sheep, and even though it's really nothing special, it's just very valuable because it's so very hard to find. The next thing is the End City. Now, after defeating the End Dragon, after defeating the Ender Dragon, you unlock the End Gateway, which allows you to travel into the larger portion of the End Dimension, in which you can find giant structures which are called End Cities. Now, with End Cities, sometimes an End City will have a ship on it, an End ship. Each End City has about a 56.25% chance of having a ship, and every ship has an elytra on it. So elytra are definitely very valuable, even though if you find an End City, the chances are it's going to actually have an elytra. The thing is, the End City themselves are very hard to come across. For some people, the worlds that they generate happen to have End Cities very, very close to the End Gateway. In other words, let's say this is the End Gateway. You might only have to travel, let's say one block is 1,000 blocks. You might only have to travel one of these to find an End City, while other people would have to travel thousands upon thousands of blocks just to find an End City. And there's not even a guarantee that you'll even find a elytra in that End City. So it's not exactly very exciting when you find one, but chances of finding a elytra are never zero. Moving on to one of the last items today, we have the Netherstar. What makes the Netherstar so valuable is because, first of all, you need to kill a wither. That is extremely difficult to do because killing a wither, some say, is just as hard as killing the Ender Dragon, since they are both bosses in Minecraft, the only two bosses that currently exist. Now, the Netherstar is particularly valuable because in order to defeat the wither, you first have to make a wither. And how do you make a wither? Well, let me show you. First of all, you need to get 4 blocks of soul sand. In addition to that, you need 3 wither skeleton skulls. Now, the problem with getting the 3 wither skeleton skulls is the fact that they're incredibly hard to come by. When killing wither skeletons, you have a very small % chance of having one drop. Now, I'm not going to put the head in the middle here, or else we'll actually have a problem on our hands. But just to get 3 wither skeleton skulls is extremely difficult. And once you have those 3, then you can fight the incredibly powerful boss to finally get 1 netherite star. So no easy feat for anyone that actually is able to do it, which again is not myself. Congratulations once again to you. And finally, the absolute rarest thing in Minecraft. Is it diamonds? No. Is it netherite? No. It's this. A baby zombie. But not just a baby zombie. It's a baby zombie that's riding a chicken, which I believe is called a zombie jockey. But not only that, because I've actually seen plenty of these zombie jockeys in my day, it's a baby zombie riding a chicken, but that baby zombie is wearing enchanted diamond gear with an enchanted diamond sword, which I believe also has to specifically have 20 levels of XP on it. Now, how often do you see that? Well, I'll tell you how often. I believe only one has ever been spotted to naturally form. The chances of you finding one is this. 0 point followed by about 74 zeros, 4379691448%. Like I said, I believe only one person has ever found something like that before. That's pretty much a 1 in a Google chance of finding such this valuable and rare item. Now, I was not actually able to create this jockey for some reason. I've seen many people do it before, but for some reason my game wouldn't allow me, and the time it would have taken to figure out how would have taken way too long for me. So this is what I'm stuck with. But still, this is incredibly rare, and if you happen to find it, take a picture, send it all over the internet, whatever you can. Just make sure that it's legit and someone isn't merely trolling you, because this is absolutely crazy. But with that being said, that's pretty much everything I have for you guys today. If you liked this video and want to see more, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will be live streaming a video this Monday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But with that being said, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.